meeting. Today we'll be discussing policy as far as possible presents for next Christmas go. Now, I've had a few preliminary meetings with Santa, and overall he's very happy with Oscar's range. Santa has a few broad concepts in mind. He wants plenty of color and movement, but before he decides how many and what kinds of toys we're going to make, I want to get a feel for what you guys have been thinking. Right, Ernie, how are things in the wood turning and manufacturing department?
Well, Eric, as you well know, the wooden toy area has been through a bit of a downturn in recent years. So we've been looking at a manufacturing program. I've been working with Edgar over at Electrics, and we think we may be able to come up with something that will give wooden toys a whole new 21st century feel.
That's okay, Ernie, but can you give me something more to go on? Santa will want details, before he decides to commit to the budget.
Yes, we're still at an early stage of this. Lots of bugs dying out of the new models. But just to whet your appetite, I can promise you that we'll have a genuine wooden Pinocchio, complete with a growing and reacting nose, ready to go in line before spring.
Great. I'll see if I can get Santa to delay his final decision until the next round of test runs. Right. Ernie, or Edgar, what have you electronics boys been doing besides this project with Ernie?
Oh, boss, I am very excited by development. Since we have expanded our factory space, we've been able to put in a lot more new technology and frankly, the sky is limit. The amount of products we can produce is breathtaking. We have been contacting to help make microbots. Before you know, we'll be making toys that can make toys.
As the representative of the Elves Workers Union on this board, you of course have to let me know before any such development went ahead. We'd have to weigh the advantages of these kind of technological advances against the rights of our members to employment.
Thanks for pointing that out to us, Edgar. Of course, Santa is well aware of the welfare of his workers, and it'd be a matter for him and the board to decide. Keep pushing ahead there, Edgar, but make sure you keep us updated on your work. Now, Elvis, how are things in the art department?
Well, boss, we've made some new hardware and paste that will never wear off, no matter how hard the children smashing toys around. And you mentioned that Santa wanted color. We've added 50 new panels of color to our palette. All non-toxic, too. A kid can eat all the paint off a toy and not even get a soap process, even though he wouldn't be able to sink his teeth in the first place because the paint is so tough and trip resistant.
That's great. Now, Egbert, will you doll counters be able to make use of this new color range?
No doubt about it. I can imagine it being particularly useful for our Felicia fashion doll range. Felicia will be the next big thing. We want her to have stacks of outfits and accessories, which will all have to be color coordinated, naturally. So that was some new colors. I'm sure we could put Felicia on the cutting edge of doll high fashion. Paris, Milan, Rome, New York, the kids will all be wanting to be in fashion with the new Felicia fashion dolls.
That's great, Egbert. I bet marketing won't be able to wait to get their hands on that one. Now, Ewan, what's been happening with games?
Well, there's the Elves, of course. We'll be doing board games town with all the big holiday movies, as well as all the old favorites. We also been working with Edgar on some new interactive computer stuff. But our most exciting prospect is a dice game we've been developing. We have very high hopes for it, but it's still in the experimental stage. We think it'll be a real winner up there with Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit, and the likes. At the moment, we're calling it Up, Down, and Around the Corner, but I'm sure marketing can come up with some catchier in that.
I don't know, Ewan. I quite like that. Up, down, and around the corner. It's got a ring to it. Bring the prototype down to my office later, and I'll see if I can get a good look at it. Might even see if Santa can come look at it, too. Now, finally, Edward. What's been happening in the sporting equipment area?
Great, boss, great. We've got everything from Tubby Taylor cricket bats to Orson Porson bathtub boats. If it's round, if it bounces, you can hit it, kick it, run after it. We've got it covered.
Excellent. This all sounds very promising. I'll report back to Santa and we'll have a final strategy meeting in 3 weeks' time to sort out the missing details. This meeting is now adjourned. Back to your departments and back to work. Oh, and boys, let's make this next Christmas very special, okay?
Hi-ho!